And I'm back on the Jim Miller for President Sports program. A little exciting intro going for some X's and O's breakdowns on the Super Bowl. Also, our predictions will be coming up later in the segment, so you have to stay tuned for that as we'll talk about what we'll base our predictions off of. Then going into that.
Looking forward to it.
Got some interesting betting lines to talk about once again.
This is what I want to start off with. Las Vegas is wrong. Just
again.
Flat out wrong. Now, in retrospect, they got the line right, Green Bay and Chicago last week.
Yeah.
When the Packers were favored by 3 or something, 3.5.
Yeah.
Because they did win the game. So I guess they were right. And then when Green Bay played Chicago again at the last game of the season, that was one of the first ones we did in this new era of sports talk radio that we call it. The Packers were favored by 9, and they didn't win by that much.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's like with the Packers, I don't know why Vegas thinks the Packers are that good. And they obviously are. Vegas, I guess, is right. Just in my opinion, the Packers are favored to win this game in Vegas by 2.5 points, which is very strange because Pittsburgh, second seed in the AFC, which is a superior conference to the NFC, had to go through Baltimore, had to go through the Jets just to get here. Better defense, way better defense, better quarterback. I don't like their uniforms better. That's almost irrelevant. But if you have the better defense, you have the better quarterback, and you had the better record in the regular season, wouldn't you be the favorite to win this thing?
Yeah.
The Packers were 10-6, looked awful at times. Aaron Rodgers, everybody says Aaron Rodgers is a hot quarterback. He had one great game. He had that great Atlanta game. He was pretty good against the Eagles, and he was really good in the first half against the Bears, and then atrocious after Julius Peppers hit him upside the head, which really doesn't explain it because that was in the fourth quarter, and Aaron was just as bad in the third quarter. So everyone's like, oh, it's because he got hit in the head. Well, not really. It's because the Bears made adjustments. They adjusted to what the Packers were doing. Lovie Smith is great at making halftime adjustments, and it was just the Bears' defense. And because the Bears and the Packers, they know each other so well, that's why those games are so low scoring, and that's why the Packers and the Bears, that's why the Bears rather have so much success against the Packers. As I can't understand what I'm saying anymore. saying. Okay. Anywho. This is going absolutely nowhere. Anyway, the Steelers. So I can't understand why
why they're favorited.
I can't.
I mean, I feel for you, man. I can't understand it either.
The Steelers need to be favored in this game. We were talking about it. I work at the school newspaper. Me and all my friends at the paper were talking about why the Steelers are favored, because we didn't see the line yet. And I was like, why aren't the Steelers should be favored? We thought the Steelers were going to be favored by 7.5 points. I thought the Steelers were going to be a huge favorite in this game. Instead, they're a slight underdog. It makes no sense whatsoever. I mean, because when you have the better quarterback and the better defense, usually those teams are favored, but they're not. They're just not. So the Packers' average offensive line, their defense is getting better, but at the same time, I still don't see them as a great defense. Aaron Rodgers is really good. He's probably one of the top 5 quarterbacks in the league. Ben is better. The only advantage the Packers have is a superior receiving core and a superior secondary. That's it. As far as the rest of it, the Steelers have a huge advantage in this game. So let's just break it down. Break down this game as I see it. It's pretty simple. Everything the Packers do well, the Steelers are bad at.
Right.
And everything the Steelers do well, the Packers are bad at. It's kind of this yin and yang dynamic to it.
It's like puzzle pieces.
Okay? Think about it. Steelers are great at the running game. Packers are only 18th in the league against the run. Not a very good run-stopping football team. On the flip side, the Packers are a great passing football team. And the Steelers secondary, when Troy Polamalu isn't being Superman, they're an average secondary. Their corners really aren't that good. I'm trying to think of a situation. Oh, Mark Sanchez on the comeback trail in the AFC Championship game torched him for 266 yards. I believe it was over 200 yards in the second half alone. So that they can get torched. So, and then you go back and you look at the other side. Well, actually, staying on the same side, Packers have a great pass rush with Clay Matthews and then everybody else on the defensive line. When Clay Matthews is getting double teamed, has great opportunities to get sacks, and they've been getting there recently. So. Yeah, and the Steelers' offensive line isn't that good. So there's this yin and yang dynamic to the game.
Yeah.
where if the Packers do something well, the Steelers don't do it so good.
Right. I was even looking at the quarterback statistics this morning, and even that is like back and forth. Like one doesn't have very good like yards per game, or whatever, and then the other one's like great. So it's
right. And Ben not having great numbers is just a result of the team he's on.
Right. Yeah.
If Ben played for the Seahawks or the Redskins, he'd be throwing for 4,500 yards every year because they would need him to throw. And he's built like a linebacker, probably closer to an offensive lineman. He's so friggin' huge.
Yeah.
Ben is going to be the guy that is going to make the plays at the end of the game. Yeah. Couldn't you just see it? To win a third Super Bowl, he's got to go down the field with a minute and a half to go, like he always does,
right.
And he goes down and he does it.
I mean, as close as this game is turning out to be, I mean, sure, why not? I could certainly see that.
Yeah, and the question on the other side is, I got to pull this up. NFL.com, I don't know if the poll is still up there, but the people that vote on polls on NFL.com are nuts. Is it still? No. Okay. Anyway, the poll used to be, it's not up there anymore, but the poll was, who's late in the game, who would you rather have, Aaron Rodgers or Ben Roethlisberger? Believe it or not, Aaron Rodgers won, I believe, like 65% of the vote, which is just unbelievable because Ben Roethlisberger, in my opinion, is the third best comeback quarterback ever behind Elway and Montana.
Yeah.
I mean, he is unbelievable late in games, and you'd rather have Aaron? Aaron has like one fourth-quarter comeback, one late-game drive that I can even remember that resulted in the win of a game. He had a few others this year, but there was too much time left on the clock, and the defense couldn't hold him. Mm-hmm. Mainly, I'm thinking of the Atlanta game in the regular season, where Aaron goes right down the field and scores a touchdown, but a stupid penalty on special teams and Matt Ryan getting hot right at the end resulted in a game-winning field goal instead of going to overtime. So, the fact that Aaron even won that vote is really strange to me because Aaron, historically, just like his first year as a starter, he choked in every late-game situation.
Yeah.
I thought he was a choker. I was really worried going into 2009. And then in 2009, he did it once, and he was really good against Arizona in the playoff game. He brought them all the way back, but he did fumble in overtime. So I thought he was I have been of the opinion that he's a choker. Mm-hmm. And Roethlisberger just isn't. I mean, he always makes the plays at the end of games. So the fact that he didn't win that vote shows how stupid fans really are. It was unbelievable. I saw Ben do it. I've seen him do it so many times. And it's not just that he does it when he's hot. He plays terrible. Yeah. He can be 3 of 21 for the first 3 quarters and change. And then late in the fourth quarter, when you need the drive, he goes 10 for 10, right down the field, 80 yards for the touchdown, or the field goal, or whatever you need. He is one of the most clutch players in NFL history, and that is why the Steelers have the advantage at the quarterback position.
Yep.
It's very, very interesting. Are you going to bail me out here at any point?
Well, fans, it seems like they do wishful thinking. They vote for what they want to see.
Right.
They want to see an underdog with the Packers, and
they're not an underdog. They're favored.
Well,
they are an underdog.
Yeah. I mean,
the Steelers
seems like
have
the fans
every
are
advantage.
Smarter than the people who make the betting. So they seem to know.
Right. The Steelers have every advantage in this game, as far as the ones that really, really count. Because the Packers have a great receiving core. That doesn't help. Mm-hmm. I mean, the San Diego Chargers of the 80s had an elite receiving core with that Air Coryell is what the name of the offense was called, with Dan Fouts as the quarterback. No defense. And they lost in I believe one AFC Championship game. And if you know, email us, bwcinternetradio@live.com. First one that emails us ever, I will mention their name on the air in every segment for the rest of the year. No one has emailed me yet. I'm waiting for it. Please do it. bwcinternetradio@live.com. All right. Enough of all this X's and O's stuff, Tim. Let's pick the game. I'll let you go first because I just go on and 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 on. So I'll let you pick first.
With me, it's just like, I like this team. I'm going to pick them.
You have to give me a why.
Why?
Bitch.
Yeah. Well, I think that looking at this game, the Steelers have the experience, and the Packers have not been to a Super Bowl for
none of these players were on the Packers last time they were in the Super Bowl. Right. Obviously, it was a million years ago.
I know, it was back
97.
Brett Favre era, yes.
The legendary
That was
Brett
against-
Favre era. Against John Elway. And they lost at the end because John Elway is amazing.
Well, like Ben Roethlisberger, right?
Right.
Great comeback quarterback, number
The-
7.
Elway has the most fourth quarter comebacks of any player, of any
Yeah.
quarterback ever.
Mhm.
46-ish, I think is the number. Don't ask me how I know.
Yeah. Well, I think that with that experience and what we were talking about with Ben Roethlisberger and not playing that well throughout the course of a game, but being able to make the comebacks, make the big plays, everything that he has to do to make a comeback, I think that that's going to be the advantage for the Steelers in this game, and they're going to come out on top by a smidge.
By a smidge.
Yes.
So you got the Steelers in a
Yes.
close one.
Yes, and a very close one.
Let
This
me
might be one for the ages, man.
Let me preface this answer. In Week 16, the Green Bay Packers played the New York Giants, and they
Yes.
won 45-17.
Yes.
I picked the Giants to win.
Mhm.
Week 17, Bears-Packers. I picked the Bears to win. Playoff game. First one, Eagles-Packers. I picked the Eagles. Divisional round, Falcons-Packers. I picked the Falcons. NFC title game, Bears-Packers. I picked the Bears. Steelers-Packers, Super Bowl.
Ooh.
I have been picking against my team, and they've been winning. Therefore, I'm picking the Pittsburgh Steelers in a very close game. Ben Roethlisberger comes down, makes a late drive. And honestly, this isn't just because I don't want to jinx my team, because I don't believe in jinxes. I'm an atheist. I don't believe in any of this luck bullshit at all. But I haven't shaved, and I haven't had a haircut since they've been on their winning streak. And that's kind of been an accident. Like, I had a haircut like 3 days before their winning streak started, and I haven't done that, and I haven't shaved either, just because I'm a lazy teenager. And I think there is some substance to my pick. Ben Roethlisberger, late in the game, can make the plays, and I cannot imagine Ben Roethlisberger, this great franchise quarterback, who's going to end up being the best quarterback in Steelers history. Let me say that out loud one more time. Ben Roethlisberger will go down as the greatest quarterback in Steelers history. He will be better than Bradshaw historically at some point. Mark my words.
Okay.
I cannot imagine him losing in a Super Bowl. I can't fathom it. Aaron Rodgers can lose, and you imagine all the teams, all the players that are going to come back off of IR, Ryan Grant, Nick Barnett, Jermichael Finley, just to name a few. They're going to be much healthier next year, I would hope. And I think they can make another run at it next year, a serious run to be an elite team all year, 13-3 type of a season.
Mm-hmm.
They can have the regular season to go along with this great postseason run next year. I am picking the Pittsburgh Steelers to win Super Bowl 45 at the end of the day.
Well, I think as a fan, that's a good way to go, man.
Yeah.
Don't get your hopes up too much, because it might be an emotional destruction at the end.
It is. I mean, you cannot watch a football game with me. You've never done it before. You've never watched a Packer game with me before, and you're lucky. I am the same nervous wreck meatball fan that all these idiots who yell and scream. I'm exactly the same. I'm up. I am screaming. I am nervous. I was pacing. I did not sit down the entire NFC Championship game. I was walking back and forth in my basement watching this game. I am just going to be absolutely nervous and terrified. I told my dad, I've got to get out of the house on Sunday. I cannot watch any pregame on Sunday. I cannot do it. I have to go out and I'm gonna work out, I'm gonna go swimming, and then we're gonna go to the movies. I am not going to be watching any pregame all day because it's just going to be too just gut wrenching.
Yeah.
And I think this is going to be a very long day. And I'm taking the day off of school on Monday.
Yeah.
So if
no,
you're around
no matter
town,
what happens, right?
so if you're around town, say hello. All right, that was good. Good stuff. What are we doing next?
Well, up next, we'll be talking about the Hall of Fame a little bit.
Yes, we get to get off this damn game.
Who should get in, who should not get in. And
This is the best Hall of Fame class, potential Hall of Fame class ever.
we got some guys you and I have never heard of, right?
We'll just read all the names, and then we'll tell you the ones that really matter and who need to get in. I will make a case for the second greatest receiver in NFL history to finally get in.
Huh?
And it's an atrocity he's not in the Hall of Fame already. That's next at BWC Internet Radio.